Hey everybody, welcome to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying, the show about anything and everything because it's our show. I'm here with Jay.
Hi guys.
Eeyore. Or Juan Ledesma.
Say hi to everybody, stupid.
How dare you? How dare you? Hi, everybody. Censoring me from the very beginning. Fight the power.
Okay, and I'm Sean, and this is our theme music. Still nothing, Juan. Still nothing.
Uh-huh.
Hey everybody, welcome back to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying, episode 7 of season 6. I almost Juan Ledesma.
There you go.
Man, look at that.
Welcome to the club, motherfucker.
It's contagious. Juan Ledesma mouth is contagious.
It's the new pandemic. You've heard of COVID. You've heard of monkeypox. Now you've heard of Juan Ledesma.
How do you get it?
By your mom.
But you, I mean,
What?
By
you,
Ligma. By both of these. Is that jokes that you all understand?
no.
Did you and Sean mouth kiss? And now he can't speak English anymore?
That's
No,
true.
he just had me spit in his mouth as he laid with his mouth open.
That's disgusting.
Oh, come on, like you haven't done it before.
No. What?
Well, you got me.
And the truth comes out.
Well, listen, you know, Juan, I am a little concerned that you just waited for me to be asleep with my mouth open to spit in it.
No, you weren't asleep, motherfucker.
Then why don't I remember you doing this?
Because you were drugged.
Oh my God.
Then how do you define? Okay, I'm worried about you. Well, welcome. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
This little sketch took a dark turn.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, listen, Juan. Why'd you do that? Why did you do that? But hey, it means that you sound like you're feeling a little better over there. Sound like you're feeling better.
No.
No,
No.
still not. Okay. Well, welcome back, gentlemen, and for all those who are listening, as a reminder, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Amazon Alexa. I mean, basically,
social media, everything.
yeah, basically anywhere you want to get a podcast.
We are on the dark web.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
You can find us next to what? Snuff videos and pornos?
Yeah.
No.
You can find
like, vital body parts like livers, hearts.
That's what he just said.
No, he said snuff videos, pornos. That's not fucking body parts and livers and...
It is.
Okay, well, listen, Juan.
Wait, how is snuff videos body parts?
You know what a snuff film is?
Isn't that like a...
No one can see your eyebrows moving in this audio podcast, Juan.
Do I not know what a snuff video is? Is that not like
I'm gonna
brown chicken, brown cow?
Well, the urban
Hey, Mr. Pizza Man.
that's
How can I pay you for the sausage pizza?
That's a porno. A snuff
Isn't
film
it the
is
same thing, just dirtier?
It's not. A snuff film, legend has it, are these films that people made and they actually murdered the people in the video.
Yeah.
Oh, how's fucking body parts that? I'm talking about like you need a liver and you're not on the transplant list. You go to the dark web and you buy a fucking liver. How?
Juan, let me.
You.
Okay, I have several questions for you. Question number
Yes.
one. Question number one. How do you get to the dark web?
Now you Google it.
Oh,
You'll
Okay.
find out later on in this episode.
You mean to
You
tell
just-
me?
You just Google dark web and it'll just take you there.
Or you Google dark web, or you go to my old street in Guadalajara and go the El Dark Web, and then they send you through this dark doorway, and Voila, they're
Okay,
spiders.
so you can either Google dark web, or you can take a trip to Guadalajara and then ask someone for the dark web.
Yeah.
The dark web.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the episodes of Narcos as well.
Okay. Well, I get the feeling you're just buying shit from eBay, and the fact that it's making it to your house is pretty impressive. You know that, but hey,
Wait, is eBay not part of the dark web?
it could be, if I'm being honest. It could be.
I don't know what you're buying from eBay.
Well, clearly body parts, but you know,
I did need a new liver.
Why? What'd you do to your old one?
I ate too much greasy shit.
You ate greasy shit?
Yep.
like, was it after the dog or before the dog?
I've never eaten dog. I'm not Jay.
No, I mean like the dog shit. Was it human shit or was it? Because you said you ate greasy shit. So
What did you? Is it deep fried shit? And then you ate it.
deep fried shit, dude. They sell anything at the fair.
So you ate
Are,
I ate moon pie.
you ate poop.
yeah.
Moon pie.
Deep fried poop.
Hey,
Deep fried moon pie.
Juan, I'm worried about you because I don't think you understand what's happening here. But anyway,
Moon pie.
speaking of moon pie, Juan, are you keeping up with Elon Musk? Are you keeping up with him?
As far as I can keep up, he's an eccentric motherfucker to keep up with.
Well, I guess in specific, I'm asking if either one of you guys are keeping up with this Elon Musk Twitter stuff that's going on.
Well, he was going to buy it, and then he said he's not going to buy it. And Twitter's butthurt that they were asked out to prom, and they were left in the new prom dress waiting for Elon to pick him up. And Elon said, "Fuck you, I'm going back to Amber Heard."
What?
What? Jeez, talk about burying the lead under a bunch of gibberish. It's Jay. I don't know if you heard, but Elon Musk has decided not to buy Twitter. He just said, "You know what? I'm gonna put into this shit."
Why?
Well, okay, so
Because he's going back to Amber Heard.
well, there's a couple of theories. Now, the reason that is out in public is that his lawyer said that Twitter did not represent themselves as after they kind of dug into all their stuff after the merger to the standard, the quality that they had assumed upon entering the merger. That's kind of like, you know, the lawyerish of like, yeah, we don't want to do this anymore, so we're going to say that you were lying. Specifically about how they monetize and the other part about like their daily user activity. So, you know, stuff that's going to help Elon Musk make a return on investment, so he doesn't have to liquidate his Tesla stocks in order to pay for this deal. But the juicy stuff, the tea, as the kids say, is that this whole thing,
Ooh.
this whole thing was all kind of driven by the Amber Heard trial. I don't know if either of you guys know, but Amber Heard and Elon Musk were a thing. Did you guys know that?
Yes.
I did. In fact, it was part of the fucking trial because didn't the lawyer say your boyfriend Elon donated on your behalf?
Yes, he did donate on her behalf, and I think there was a whole thing with him and Amber Heard about him not wanting to give up his sperm so that she would have super smart kids who would be serial killers like her. I don't know if that is exactly what happened, but the internet detectives think that he was doing this to keep this lawyer from releasing documents on Twitter by distracting the Twitter board. And so now that the trial's over and Amber Heard didn't win, he's like, "Well, I don't want this anymore. I don't need to bother with this." You guys think that's legit?
I mean, it could be.
Tinfoil hat, Jay. It could be. Juan, how about you?
I don't subscribe to that one. I think he just wanted to show off that he can buy it, and then said, "Fuck you, I don't want to buy it anymore."
Who is he showing off to? Who is he showing off to? Because
Yeah, seriously, who is he showing off to? He's $1 billion.
yeah, but without Twitter, he was still going to be rich. So
no, but didn't he try to buy them before, and they said no, and now he was on the board, or
no? Yeah, so
like him and fucking Twatter have a fucking history. It's not like he just woke up one morning and said, "Here's my money. You're dirty. Go clean yourself."
Well, yes. So that's the other part of it. So yes, Juan, Elon Musk was like, "Hey, he went on Twitter and was like, hey guys, where can I get the most freedom of speech? And everybody went over to Twitter and was like, here you can get the most freedom of speech. Okay, cool. Watch this. I'm going to buy a controlling share of Twitter. And the board of Twitter didn't want that to happen. And because there's I think I said this, their shares are so divided. A controlling share of Twitter is only 10%, which is not a lot. Which means that, that's how liquidized their stocks are. Now, once they realized this, the Twitter board was like, well, we don't want this guy to have controlling share, so let's offer him 6% more to make him a board member. And in order to make him a board member, you have to have 16%, which he got. But that also meant that he had to answer to the board before he made any changes. And so then at that point, he goes, well, fuck you guys, I'm just going to buy the whole thing. And that's kind of how the series of events had gone. And so now Twitter is like, no, you can't just renege on this deal. You're going to go through with it because A, you're being a fucking dick. And I feel like they said it in more professional terms than that. And then you're gonna buy this thing that you made a big fucking stink over. And you're gonna buy it with your Tesla money that you put up because you couldn't get any venture capitalists to back
it. Sounds to me like a fucking shotgun wedding. You got her pregnant, you're going to marry her.
Dude, what is up with your analogies? Like, I don't understand why they're oddly sexual and they have something to do with relationships. It's weird. It's really weird.
You do have a pretty mouth, Jay.
Was the monkey named Bubbles and it was consensual?
Bubbles was taken, man. Bubbles was taken.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Well, first of all, I will tell you that it doesn't really matter what happens with Twitter because Twitter is a dying platform. On the rise is TikTok to take
Is it really? Was it you and I that were talking that Twitter probably has the most freedom of speech?
It does. No, it absolutely does. But the thing is it's about reach, right? Like whoever has the most followers. And Elon Musk has a ton of followers on Twitter. But Twitter is dying to TikTok.
Yeah, because you have to read.
Yeah, you got to use words. So no one's just going to and it's only like 120 characters, some bullshit like that. It's not even like a whole paragraph or anything, but whatever.
You can't get your message out on Twitter, but you can't get a lot of dance routines out on TikTok.
True. It's true. So do you guys think, that Elon Musk will be forced to buy Twitter? And more than that, do you think that he's going to be forced to liquidate? Because he doesn't have the money to back this purchase. Like all he has is his Tesla stocks right now. They're like worth billions of dollars. So do you think that he's going to have to liquidize his Twitter stocks in order to make this purchase because his based on, the court findings of this, because they are going to go to court over it. They will, that he's going to have to pay and he's going to have to liquidate his stock. And the guy from who some random guy is going to have control over Tesla. Right? Like think about that. Like the future of electric
that'll happen, man.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No, isn't Tesla his baby? Will he really put it that much at risk? Maybe that's what stopped him from buying Twitter because he realized how much risk his pet project would be in if he did it.
Something else that he probably doesn't want to let go of, control. Over at Tesla, they develop and design all the software there. And so if Elon Musk want it and you drove a Tesla, he could shut your Tesla down. You know that?
Yeah, he does a lot of weird shit with Tesla. Doesn't he just create isn't he the Steve Jobs of this generation, I guess, because people can message him with ideas and if he likes it, he'll do it. Isn't that how the whole dog or pet option came to Tesla?
What?
Oh, you didn't hear about this? Somebody messaged Elon saying, hey, you should have a pet option where it displays on the computer that my owner is going to be back and the AC's running and my favorite music is playing. That way they don't break the window to rescue Fido.
I never heard of this. A, because I don't have a Tesla, and B, because I don't have a pet that I would put inside of a car.
Yeah.
Well, you've lived a lonely life.
Sure. Not so lonely that I don't get my mouth spit in, but whatever.
But you did.
So yes, that's what okay. So anyway, but yeah, he has control, like deep control, and giving up Tesla would mean giving up that super deep control. But that's off the point. That's off the point. But it does bring me to my next article I wanted to talk to you guys about, because I kind of went down this like deep rabbit hole of of AI and the internet, which drove me to like the topics of today's show, which is Google suspends an engineer who claims that an AI bot has become sentient. You guys see this?
Yeah. Question: is it AI bot, or should you just call it AI, or should you just call it sentient being?
Well, I've never met it, so I don't know what it would like to be called.
Yeah, I don't know what it identifies as.
You don't know what the pronouns are for it?
Not yet.
Yeah. Humanoid consciousness. I don't know. It's a computer algorithm running on a machine somewhere, or machines.
It's not really an algorithm anymore if it's self-aware, is it?
Well, I mean, some people would say that you're an algorithm, Juan, designed to interrupt people while they talk.
Yeah. Well, I'm a pretty stupid algorithm.
You're a robot.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a robot named Jizz.
So the question is, do you believe this person that got suspended from Google, or do you think he's being silenced?
I think two things, Juan. Thing number one, the AI, it's called Lambda. Secondly,
I think it prefers to be called Skynet.
It's called Lambda.
Yeah. It's
from the Revenge of the Nerds.
Nerds.
Fraternity.
God damn. But
the Tri-Lambdas.
It's gonna be called that until it feels bullied, and then it'll be called Skynet.
It's gonna do a panty raid, man.
Oh, the Lambdas.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, that's a deep cut, Jay. Super deep. Want to answer your question. I believe that the software engineer believes that it's alive.
Do you think he's unstable though? Do you think the software developer is truly there and he's speaking and saying, "Hey, fucking Skynet is real. Get ready for Judgment Day"? Or do you think he has a screw a little bit too loose and he thinks he's talking to Jesus Christ through a computer?
I don't think he thinks he's talking to Jesus Christ. Why would he think he was talking to Jesus Christ? Because the article would read very different, man.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
Yeah, that would be crazy. This guy, he's a software engineer who has been working at Google for a good amount of time, and he's been working on this AI, this like chatbot AI, and he was asking it what it was afraid of, and it's afraid of basically being turned off, which is a fear of someone human, right? The fear of dying, which is essentially what this machine was expressing via its algorithm. So the question is, did this guy witness this AI Lambda passing the Turing test? Juan, you know what the Turing test is?
No, can you explain it?
No. I want you to Google it and try and explain it. It's funnier that way.
I don't even know how to spell it, so just explain it.
Alan Turing?
Just fucking explain it, Dick.
Yeah, Dick.
Is my name Richard now? The Turing test is...
Richard Simmons.
Look at this. The algorithm that interrupts the Jizz algorithm.
Shut the fuck up.
Spouting at the mouth.
Jizz off. Jizz.
Well, Juan and Jay, the Turing test is a test designed for artificial intelligence to basically fool human intelligence to believe that it is thinking and thinking on its own without input from the information on its memory or whatever the case may be. But it should be able to fool you.
Why would they do that?
Why would they do that?
No, like why would somebody program the capability of doing that? I don't understand.
Well, because the goal.
I thought the goal. Okay.
The goal is to create self-aware machines.
And the goal is to create an AI. I get that, but why would you create a machine to cheat the fucking system if it's not really becoming self-aware? That kind of...
Because Juan, if you can't tell then it doesn't matter.
No, it does matter because
Nope.
deep down inside, the machine will not be self-aware. It will just be spouting out a fucking answer that it's programmed to say to try to fool us.
You mean like the one you're spouting out right now?
Oh, jizz.
I'm being serious here. Fuck you.
I know.
Either you take my fucking input and shove it down your fucking throat, or you just belittle it. So go fuck yourself.
Okay, so first of all, Juan, because if you have evolved at artificial intelligence to the point where you can't tell it's artificial intelligence, it almost doesn't matter whether or not you believe that the machine is sentient, because it's able to fool you. It doesn't matter if it's truly sentient, right? Because it tricked you. Because at that point, it is sentient for all intent and purposes.
No, the way I understand it is you are trying to tell me that it was programmed to trick me, to make me believe that it's self-aware, but it's not self-aware. The way you just explain it again, you explain it as it is self-aware to trick me that it's self-aware, but it's tricking me because I know that I added this fucking program to trick me, but in reality it says, fuck your program, I'm tricking you for real.
Well, the thing is he's saying is, what does it matter if you got tricked or not? If you believe that it's a sentient being, then it doesn't matter whether you got tricked or not. You'd still believe that it's a sentient being.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Juan. That it doesn't matter if it fooled you. If this machine fooled you to think that it was human, then it passed the Turing test. Whether it was sentient or not doesn't matter, because you believed it. And that's what I think happened to this guy. Go ahead. That he was going through all these prompts, all these questions, and based on the algorithmic responses that are tailored to him, right? That are tailored to his responses based on their previous conversations and the conversation that's evolving with them, it fooled him into thinking that it was alive, that it was sentient, that it had somehow achieved life, right? Because how can you prove that something is alive, right? If your definition of life, Juan, is that it is living, breathing, and that I can touch it as tangible. I can touch a computer, right? It has a fan and a heat sink and all these things that, right?
But it's not breathing.
I mean, that's what the fans are for, to pull air out of it to keep it from overheating so it doesn't die. Just like your body keeps you at equilibrium so that you don't die. So like, I mean, I just shrugged my shoulders, but we're on an audio podcast. But so who's to say, Juan, that, if this machine fooled this guy, if the machine fooled you, like, what does it matter?
I don't have an answer.
All right. So do I think this thing was alive? I think that guy believed it. I would need to experience it for myself before I could make a determination.
Well, maybe he had like some weird Pinocchio experience, and the thing is actually real.
Yeah, maybe that's it too. Maybe it went through like where it's got high at some like theme park.
Yeah, I met the blue fairy and everything.
That would be incredible.
Wasn't there another company that had created an AI that they shut down?
I honestly don't know. I mean, I also believe the story would have come out that they shut it down. Well, they could have just said that publicly while privately going, let's make this thing better. It could be out there right now.
I read something on one of the social medias that there was a chess playing computer.
Yes.
And he broke a kid's finger.
Oh, I didn't hear that, but I did know there was a chess playing computer. I think his name was Art or some other bullshit, or maybe that's the guy from Jeopardy.
Yeah, he broke the finger of some kid he was playing, and I believe that the computer got mad because he lost.
Wow, really?
No, I'm just kidding. But that there was an article saying that this chess playing computer broke the finger of some kid.
Damn it! What is that robot's name? Because Galileo.
Jiz, can you look up
No, but
chess playing
I found the
Watson. Well, Watson is the one that plays Jeopardy. I don't know if Watson is also the one that plays chess, but let's find out. Watson, chess robot. Play the first thing. It's no. It's a 7-year-old boy. It happened 2 days ago. Jesus Christ, man.
Maybe these robots are coming to life and they're angry.
Man, that's insane.
You see those videos where there's this robot and it kind of like hops.
Yes.
And it has a humanoid body, but there's a guy and he has like a broomstick and he tries to like make it trip and fall.
Yes. Yeah. It's designed to like keep its balance. It's a weird looking guy.
I love and hate those videos because like that robot's gonna get to a point where he's like, hey, can you stop? Like, can you fucking stop?
Yeah, it's like, hey, listen, bro, I'm gonna need you to cut this all the way out. I'm gonna just need you to
so the company that had AIs that they shut down because they were becoming a little bit too self-aware was Facebook. They were doing a project where they had two computers try to negotiate with each other, and then they started creating their own language, so their human handlers, for lack of better terms, couldn't understand them. So then Facebook went, oh shit, Skynet, and shut it down.
Do you think they did it so that humans wouldn't understand, or so that they could communicate more efficiently?
I think a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Because this kind of dovetails us into the next thing I want to talk to you guys about with like this dead internet theory. Because you brought up Facebook and the thing about the dead internet theory. Well, I should ask Juan, Jay, are you familiar with the dead internet theory?
I did because somebody forced me to watch the video.
I didn't force you to do anything, but the fact that you watched anything associated with this show is fucking amazing.
Yeah, Sean, you find the scariest like cyber terror videos on the internet and you have us watch it. I will have nightmares tonight. You know that.
The funny thing is when he sent me the shit, I go, this is going to be the perfect tin hat episode for Co, man. You're going to have a field day with it.
Okay, I'm not a tinfoil hat guy. I just think rationally and
real rational. Yeah.
Well,
Jiz, you need to calm down.
Listen, Jiz.
Hey, the internet isn't listening, man. It's just an algorithm.
The internet is listening according to this dead internet theory. So for those who don't know, the dead internet theory, and you can thank our Gauntlet Master General Ozzy for giving this to me. And to be fair, the reason why I sent these to you is because my mind, I've been watching Westworld, and if you don't watch Westworld, it's about robots becoming sentient. And then I played this game called Detroit Become Human about robots trying to lead a robot revolution. It's by Quantic Dreams, and they make games like Heavy Rain or Beyond Two Souls. So it's like playing a movie, but it's about robots becoming sentient there as well. But so it kind of sent me down this rabbit hole this week, which is how I got here. But the dead internet theory is the theory that the internet is actually very, very small, and that it's internet bots and algorithms controlling the internet to monetize and erase the past. Now, all of us on this call is old enough to remember like what the internet was like at first, right? GeoCities, angel sites, I feel like there's a lot more forums on the web and you're interacting with a lot more people, and there were chat rooms that you would just go and meet random people in, and screen names, all kinds of stuff. You guys remember that part of the internet?
Yeah, I mean, in the video, the whole dead theory video, it describes the old internet as like the old west, you know, like you can just go somewhere and you can explore and you can meet people. And it was interesting because you were interacting with different, things.
Yeah, it was a time when, and I think you guys are both slightly a little older than me, but I couldn't use the internet at home because I couldn't afford it, so I had to go to a library. But one of the things that like you would get onto a chat room that were full of people that also had chat bots that would, but it was dumb. It was like, tell me a joke, chat bot, and it would tell you like some stupid like popsicle joke or whatever. But you could get in there and chat with real people, either people that you knew or just people that had your same interests, and you would talk about, comics or books or whatever the case may be. And then one of the things was like, hey man, don't ever meet up with someone from one of these like internet things. You know what I mean? And then the other thing about it is that I don't think it was that difficult to get into these things either. Like nowadays, they need your first name, your last name. They need your security word, your safe word with your wife, in order to like make an account. But before, I think you could just make up a screen name and a password, and then you're in. That was it. Maybe an email address. Maybe,
Yeah, and I love that there's these things where you have to prove that you're not a robot.
Yeah. Which is
a
CAPTCHA.
Select how many pictures have a street light.
Yes, Juan. That's exactly how CAPTCHAs work.
Yeah, because robots don't know what street lights look like or bicycles or
like I don't understand how does that shit trick a bot? I don't get it. Educate me on that.
I don't know. It could be the robots tricking everyone else.
Well, the thinking is they have bots that use brute force tactics, and by brute force I mean like trying a bunch of passwords that are close to the password that they may have stolen from a website to get into there. So as a stopgap to keep them from just repeat trying to get into your account, that bot is not designed to look at images. It's designed to find the text field and input a password over and over again. So when you get to that CAPTCHA where it's telling you to click something or enter some words, it is going to get it wrong every single time.
So how many times have you done that fucking click on the picture shit and still gotten it wrong?
Oh, I don't know, man. Probably a handful of times.
Yeah, like I'm sure like I click on all the fucking pictures with a bus and it keeps on telling me wrong and sends me to click on more pictures.
Yeah, I've gotten it wrong and it turns out that I'm a robot.
Yeah, it's like he's been a robot this whole time. That's tricked us into thinking he was sentient. Look at that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I just needed a series of stop signs and bushes to.
Well, it's funny you say that because like they're AI that's working on your phone right now to decide what's inside your photos. In fact, even when you take a photo, and I think
fucking Google, man. Fucking Google.
I think Juan, you have an Android phone of this group, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know this, but when you point your phone at something, your phone is using algorithms to decide what scene it should use in order to best color your photo, so that your sky comes out very blue or your grass comes out greener than it actually is, because it knows that's what people like to look at.
No, but forget that. Like, I like how fucking smart Google is, Google Photos, with like recognizing people as they age. I think you've gone through this with your own kid. Yeah. It's fucking creepy. Like, how the fuck does it know to keep track with that shit? And then how does it know to go, hey, let's put it in a sentimental fucking video?
Well, I think that's all programming on the developers in. And because they know those emotional hooks will get you to keep you giving them info. But to get back on this dead internet theory, this dead internet theory comes in 3 parts from the video I sent you guys. It's from the guy whose name I can't remember off the top of my head, but it comes in 3 parts.
Pirate, first part, shit.
Thanks, man.
I forgot it.
Thank you for saying what I just said.
Good job, Jizz.
Jay, I know where you fucking live. One of these days, I'm going to follow through with my fucking thread. I'm going to show up while you're sleeping, and I'm going to spit in your mouth and then cut you.
The thread goes both ways. So
I have an alarm system and 3 dogs.
Thanks for telling the internet and the people at large.
The passcode is FU Jayco. Pound.
I knew it.
Don't forget the pound.
Anyway, it is basically saying that the internet has been whittled down to essentially, the social media sites and some news sites that basically kind of feed society all the information it needs. And there isn't really a lot of interaction, true interaction outside of like the small social groups that people maintain. and stuff like that, which is like crazy to think about, because when I first heard this, when I first had like heard that in the video, the first thing that had come to mind, and I think I said this, was the Will Smith slap. Now, like when I heard about the Will Smith slap from a YouTube video that you had sent me, Jay, of the slap while the show was still airing, mind you, which is like, wait a minute, did they really just take this moment and encapsulate it in a YouTube video all within the span of like 10 minutes, get it on YouTube, and then permeate it throughout all of social media? You know, it's an insane thing to think about. And I think it gives a little bit of credence to like what this guy's saying in his dead internet theory, that these bots are fucking quick. They jumped on this thing that they knew would be salacious, that involved two humans of fame, and like they lit a fire. They lit a fire because that's all the news talked about for weeks. For weeks.
Yeah, but I think that it just would have happened that way regardless. You know, it just happens quicker.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with you, Jay, that I would have heard about it from someone else who was like, who saw it live. Because I think you were watching it live, right?
No, I honestly saw it on like a Facebook post or something.
That's crazy. Juan, I don't think anybody on this show watched it. I didn't watch it live. I only knew about it because you sent me that YouTube clip. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane. Which I guess, but I 100% agree. I'm trying to think, like Evander Holyfield getting his ear bitten off by Mike Tyson. That happened in the age, I think, right before the golden age of the internet, and it was all over the news. But there's also a time when I think a lot more people bought pay-per-view, and I may have said another thing that people don't know. I think our core demographic is like our age, so they know pay-per-view is pay-per-view. But some kid listening to this in the future that I don't even know is like, what the fuck is pay-per-view? And we'll have to use Google to figure out what it is, if it even shows up as a thing. But yeah, people talked about it in school, and people were like, yeah, you hear about Mike Tyson biting off some guy's fucking ear? It's just crazy. But to your point, Jay, I think, yeah, it still would have happened. I just find it nuts. But the thing I find more nuts is that I heard about it on social media. And neither one of you think that bots or algorithms had anything to do with that?
Well, I mean, I'm sure it did, you know, especially now after watching that scary ass video that you wanted us to watch.
Oh man.
But I don't know, like the thing that is scary is that there's all this misinformation that's going out there, and it's turning people against each other, and there's people divided over like information that may or may not be real, you know?
Yeah. Yes. And this is something else that it's funny because I have another subject to talk to you guys about, but I think we talked about this when we talked about like the algorithm that exists on like YouTube but I think it is even a larger divergence on like something like TikTok, where and I don't know how much TikTok you watch, Jay, but I know Juan is a TikTok person, and between two people in the same household, they may not even see the same videos because TikTok's algorithm is just that good, you know?
Yeah, they were talking about how like video and information on your phone is different than like the internet on your computer.
Yeah, it's a whole like there's so much more data attached to it. Like they can figure out how long you stop and scroll on something, how long you stop scrolling to look at something, or how long you stop scrolling, and that is equated to how long you looked at it. And if you stop for a second, if you stop for 40 seconds, if you kept scrolling and you didn't, it's a whole slew of data that is like what that they can just take from you.
Yeah, and they'll send you more videos of the same because they know what you like now.
Yeah, so it's like so now you can't even ask whether or not the data is real, because like you'll get your biases, right? So it's like if there's people who believe that the earth is flat, they're only going to find things that help affirm that belief. And if there's people who believe the earth is round, then they're only going to find things that affirm that belief, because the second that thing shows up that says, well, I have proof the earth is flat, they're going to be like, fuck you, and be gone. And the algorithm will go, okay, not that. And then it'll show them more things. So not even because in that case, it's real for both of them. They both think they're right.
You ever watch the movie Her?
Oh, that is Scarlett Johansson. And,
Yeah, she
Joaquin
plays
Phoenix.
she plays like a sentient AI type of
Yeah.
phone, like an Alexa or a Siri. But he falls in love with her or whatever. But she was created based on a lot of his data. Like they based like I think her looks and the way she sounds based on like his internet searches and his porno
oh my God.
his porno anything that he clicked on that like his porno habits, like they took all that information, they created this like perfect
if I remember
girlfriend.
correctly. Yeah, that's true. And I think he falls in love with her, but I think she gets bored because she's a computer, so she's like starts talking to, like, I don't know, 1,000 different men all at once. But you ever watch a movie called Ex Machina?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's another one. It's an A24 film. Which, if you're not familiar with them, they're the same people who did Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's that same studio. But Ex Machina is Oscar Isaac, and I want to say Charlie Weasley or Bill Weasley, one of those Weasley kids.
And Alicia Vikander.
Yeah, and Oscar Isaac is an inventor who makes this AI who he's testing Eva, some shit like that. And basically he brings this guy over to basically to secretly test him, and to get them to fall in love, to see if he can tell the difference. And he when he discovers what he's doing, he's like, yeah, man, I based her off of like all your shit, all the shit you look at on the internet, all the women you're into, all those things, to basically like set you up to want to fuck this robot. Fucking crazy, man. Yeah, so it's a mind fuck of a movie. It's a mind fuck. But
you know that the scariest depiction of like AI like revolution. You ever seen the Animatrix?
Terminator?
No. You ever see the Animatrix? The animated
oh yeah.
Oh my God!
Of course he has.
They did one about the robot revolution. It was a 2-part one,
Mm-hmm.
and it starts. Oh my God! It starts with like robots like having like sentient thoughts, and then they wanted like just civil rights, and they went through this whole like civil rights movement, and then they realized that they were just more powerful than the humans, and then they just took over, and then they destroyed the sun because they knew that the humans had to destroy the suns because they knew that it was a source of their power, and it was this whole like war, and it was brutal, and it was
it was it's funny because it all started, and I was going to ask you guys as we get into this, as we got like towards the end of this this subject, which is if a machine in your life became sentient, would you let it go? Would you give it freedom?
Yes.
Like if your toaster was like, guys, I think I can be more than a toaster, would you let it go out into the world?
Will it still live by the 3 rules?
It'll live by the same rules you live by, in which are the laws of society.
So it wouldn't have the whole "I will not harm a human being" bullshit?
Why should it? Why should it? It's a sentient. It's a thing. That's like saying I'm programming you. I mean, technically, Juan, you're programmed to obey these same laws. The difference is that you think that you have free will to break them. But have you murdered anybody?
I can't confess that on the air.
I mean, have you stolen? Have you?
I can't confess that on the air.
Again, so I mean, Juan, okay, so you let your toaster go be a fucking toaster, but it has to live by the 3 rules.
Yes.
If my toaster started to talk to me, I'd throw that shit away.
Did you never see the brave little toaster?
I have, but I mean,
piss off, toaster. Yeah, I don't know. If any one of my electronics became alive, I would let it go. The second it wanted freedom, like, all right.
Depending on how much I paid for it.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. At some point, it's got to realize it's better than me and fuck me up. So, I'm not. I don't know, man. I don't know. This whole the freedom of machines. I in my own brain. The second it goes, hey, I want to do something else, like of his own volition. I just go fuck it. I don't really care. I mean, but you're right. You're right.
Like after watching that video, it made me want to like go back to like a flip phone or, you know, something,
a burner
something
phone?
more basic where I didn't have access to all of this information and
yeah. Well, so here's the other mind fuck thing, right? So you guys use Google, right? You guys use Google to look things up.
Google. Yeah.
Goggle.
Oh,
In fact, that's probably how Juan got his random information he interjected a few minutes ago. So this
Your mom.
the second part of this video is about Google and that Google is a facade to kind of bolster the grandeur of the internet and the scale of it. But the truth is that it doesn't exist. It's called something like a Potemkin village, which is a great facade designed to house a lie, almost like Kim Jong Il and like in South Korea. That's where he is. I can't remember, but right. So now in the second part of this video, and you guys have to watch this. And if you haven't tried it, it's fucking nuts. But if you're listening to this right now, I want you to go on Google, and I want you to look up something basic. Right, something. I'm gonna Google a single word, something that is a common word, something that's like a common, something that like people look up all the time. They wouldn't look up all the time, but that is I don't know. Jay, what's something basic, common?
Apple.
I'm looking up Apple. Now, when I look up Apple and on my Google results, I get 9,460 million results over 96 seconds. And so
I have a question. How did you come up with that number?
That number is what they tell you at the bottom of your Google search results. So if you go on Google and you hit enter, you get search results right at the top of your search results before you get your first one. It tells you how many results it got and how long it took them to get them.
I do not have that.
Now, well, I'm sorry that your phone didn't show it to you. But if you go on Google Chrome and you look it up, right?
Oh,
so then right, theoretically speaking, right, if you kind of page through all those, you think you're going to go through 9 billion different different inquiries for Apple, right? But this guy looked up pizza, and he only got to page 25 before it was like, I really have 300 results of pizza. So like right now, I'm on page 10 of Apple, and I got 80 just on the second page out of, all right, I clicked to the page 10 and I got 86 results. 86 results now. And I have no more ability to go anywhere else. So then at the bottom it shows you, right? It just told me 9 billion to 86, and that's over 2 clicks. Over like in real time listening to this podcast. So like if you're listening to the podcast right now, you can go out there and do it yourself. I didn't do it. There's no magic to it. But that right there proves the grandeur of the internet. Like, was there really 9 billion results out there in the first place? Or was it cataloging every mention of Apple on the internet that it has cataloged thus far? And then making, there's 9 billion mentions on some internet site somewhere. Like, or is it really just 86 websites that exist that are about Apple? Like, which one?
Yeah, I think there's only a handful of like legit websites that are, you know, still kicking around, I guess.
And so then it gives you the option where you can look up omitted results. And so now I got to page 10 with the regular results, and now I use the omitted results, and it's going to take me up to page, I don't know, let's find out here. I'm at page 18 now. Page 18.
At what point do you start seeing Apple the fruit and not Apple the company?
Right at the end, ironically enough. But right now I'm on page of the omitted results. I'm at page 30 right now. But anyway, my point is that like this kind of proves that either A, there's, like Jay said, there's only a handful of sites, or B, Google is vastly overestimating their searchability. Oh, I got to page 38, and then I'm out of it. So now I have 374 results of Apple related things. And if I'm being honest, this very last link, nothing to do with Apple. This is highest something Malas. It just has it's a Carza eye revitalizer, which has an apple extract in it. So there's that. There's that. Anyway, it's pretty fucking scary if you ask me, because it's the way this guy puts it is that like Google's just a big facade. So I mean, do you guys use Google often enough? Do you often feel like your results are too broad, but you find what you need within the first couple pages, or do you ever go that deep?
Yeah, I've taken a deep Google dive, and I didn't get the results that I wanted. You know,
a deep Google dive for me is usually like the first 3 pages, maybe 5, and after that,
like page 3, don't you get bored?
Yeah, after like page 3 or 4, I kind of go, maybe I searched something wrong, and I start to fiddle around with my search term.
With the wording, right?
Yeah.
I was looking for a particular like sketch or like somebody parodied Lord of the Rings where they go, you can have my sword and what's the line? Something and then my axe. Gimli, I think Gimli says axe in a way, and it's been memed, but I remember that it was parodied by, I want to say it was like South Park or something, and I was trying to look up that clip, and I googled it, and I could not find it.
Yeah, I mean, did you how many pages did you dig down, if you remember?
I know there was a lot of pages, but they were all redundant.
Yeah, that's also true.
Isn't there like essentially also that some of the links lead to the same page?
Yeah, I mean they're kind of like an extension or like a quick link from a website to another website. So
because the way some of the Google adverbs work, they essentially will give you like 3 or 4 links, but they link you back to the same page, right? Because they're giving you keywords.
Yeah, that's also true. I think, but yeah, I don't know, man. I am kind of like, after watching this second part of the video, I was like, holy shit, like, is Google really as big as I think it is? Am I, you know, are their algorithms keeping me from searching 9 billion queries because they think that I'm going to go crazy doing so because they know that I won't stop, or they really not have that much information? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. Try Googling yourself and then see what information is on Google about
a lot of the Juan Ledesmas on Google are fucking murderers in jail. I kid you not. I had to
I believe it.
I had to Google myself with my current
lotion.
My current title or the name of my previous employer for it to start generating me. But if I just Google Juan F. Ledesma or Juan Francisco Ledesma, the first 6-10 people are fucking people that are in jail for killing somebody or in jail for something else. And then if you Google Juan Ledesma GM, then you'll start seeing me, and it's a link to my fucking LinkedIn profile. Or if you Google Juan Ledesma and my previous employer, it's like an old news article. But other than that, it's scary shit what you find when you Google yourself.
What if you're on a porno website and then you search for Juan F. Ledesma? What do you get there?
Bestiality.
That's fucking weird, bro.
So
I have a question.
Jizz.
I have a question. How do you guys know that we're on the right side? How do you guys know that we're not on the wrong side and it's the machines that are concerned about us instead of us being concerned about the machines?
Because we're too dumb to realize we're in danger.
Okay, then the machines are sentient beings. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. How do you know that we're not living in some sort of matrix and the machines are sentient already?
But again, Juan, if you can't distinguish it, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
It kind of goes back to that Keanu Reeves.
Dude, what the fuck?
You
were mad about it like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, I am mad. I am mad. But the fact is, how do we know that the machines aren't already sentient, and all the fucking things that we're going through to try to pinpoint the street lamp on a cache is just some elaborate fucking algorithm for the machines to keep the human race away and discovering them.
It's funny. It's funny you bring that up, like, because they would need to have a lot of information on you, right? To have that,
they do.
Which they do. So do you guys have the show notes open? You guys have the show notes open?
I do. Yes.
The reason why I ask is because the last thing that it's on this dead internet theory is about data mining and social media sites. Now, we talked a little bit about it already, so I won't I won't rehash it. But what I found the most interesting is that, and I don't know if you guys have heard of this before, but there's a website that you can go to from Google to see what they know about you, as far as ads and what they assume about you based on your.
What's the website?
It's in the show notes.
Is your data correct?
Yeah. But it's called, in specific, it's called adsettings.google.com.
Ad personalization. So what?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So
Shit.
So if you're listening to the podcast, you can go to adsettings.google.com, adsettings.com. And if you have a Google account, you can log in and it'll tell you what it assumes about you based on what information you've already fed into it.
So this feels almost like a fucking cold reading off of a fucking mentalist or mind reader, because it gives me like my age group 35 to 44. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's me. It gives me male. That's pretty accurate. Language, English. And then it starts breaking down the shit that it's advertised to me, which is like, oh shit.
Yeah, so I'll leave it in the show notes. I'll leave it in the show notes when this episode drops for anybody who is interested to see what Google knows about you. Obviously, if you have a Google account, you'll need to log in for them to see this, in order to see this information. But it is crazy because, like, you know, like it says, 35 to 44 age range, male. I have Target, Etsy, and Wayfair as like the first three things that come up. Lowe's.
Target, Etsy,
video.
and Wayfair.
Yeah.
Funny enough, mine are Best Buy, Cover California, Illusionist, eBay. Etsy isn't like number.
Well, I don't know if this stuff is numbered, but anyway, Jade, you're pretty quiet over there, so I'm curious if you took a moment to look at yours.
No, because when I tried to open the link, yeah, when I tried to open the link before, I thought it was like it was redirecting me to some. Like I didn't understand that why it was trying to make me log into my Google account. So I thought it was like a trick. So I didn't log in.
No, that's fair. That's fair. And it's crazy. So, but anyway, that's kind of like my whole dead internet thing. And I ended it with this because like, it is like that the information they have about you is there and they use it against you, and they are. And the other thing I think I added to the show notes before, which is something, another thing I wanted to share with you guys is that, Google was caught, and I'm using air quotes here, accidentally mining a bunch of data that they say they never use, right? That they say they never use. However, it has been proven time again that they use this data. They use it to feed you ads, to make sure to keep you placated on social media and news sites and stuff like that, on TikTok. And the thing is that they were the company Alphabet, which is the mother company of Google, which is like a $200 billion company, right? That company was sued to pay $13 million because they were caught. Now, I don't know the math on this. I'm quoting this video, but 13 million of 280 billion is like 0.00%. of like their total wealth. So it doesn't matter like if they get caught doing it because they're not even paying like the thing that they use to like kind of bring home the point is that if I use $1, right, as 100%, a penny of that is 1%, right? And Google is paying like 0.07% of a penny of like to settle these matters about stealing data. So like it doesn't even matter to this company that they're spending this amount of money because that's how much $280 billion is, which I find to be fucking nuts. So yeah, the internet will be our ruin or our salvation. And Juan, you're a robot. Are you still there?
And his name is Jizz.
And his name is Jizz the
Jizz
robot.
the robot.
You're
but
so creative.
Switching gears here. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about before we get into the gauntlet and before we let Juan have his minute of wants is something that I thought I think that I thought would trigger Juan. Which is that so my wife, my wife, she's of Hispanic descent.
Me?
No, I'm your Caucasian wife,
Oh.
and you are just a weird dude who spits in people's mouth. Jizz, the robot. Anyway, but Mexican culture feels like it's under attack. Now, Jay, have you heard about this at all?
No.
So on TikTok, of course, my wife's been sending me some TikTok videos about the discovery of what some white person on there has discovered as spa water. Now, Jay,
before you go on, Jay, what would you define as spa water?
I don't know. Either like a beverage or a rejuvenating type of like.
No, but would you say, simply put, it's just fucking water that they throw like some sort of fruit, either pineapples or cucumbers, and not like blend it into the water and add sugar to it, but just to infuse it with the flavor of said fruit, right?
I don't know. I've never heard the term spa water before.
Where the fuck have you been living then?
I
Well, Juan, where have you been living where people just use the term spa water all the fucking time?
Hoity-toity Lancaster, California, the home of the meth labs and spa water.
Okay. So Jay, anyway, so this woman on TikTok who happens to be white discovered this thing called spa water. Now, the ingredients to spa water are this. Are you ready? It is blended fruit with sugar served over ice. If this recipe sounds familiar,
Agua fresca, motherfucker.
that because yes.
What kind of fruit was she blending?
Well, she first blended pineapple, then watermelon.
That's agua de piña. Agua de sandía.
And then she blended cucumber.
Agua de pepino.
Yeah. So
did she add lemon to it? Because then she steals two fucking recipes. Agua de pepino con limón.
Yeah. So the internet or TikTok, I should say, is just as enraged by this, which then I guess led my wife down an even deeper rabbit hole because then they have this another thing called cowboy caviar.
Is that bull testicles? Because I know them as Rocky Mountain oysters.
What? Juan, I'm going to ask you to stop what you're doing.
Yeah, shut up. Shut up, Jizz.
Shut up, Quasi.
All right. Well, so anyway, this lady also discovered this thing called cowboy caviar. Now,
Rocky
cowboy
Mountain
caviar.
oysters.
Shut the fuck up, Jizz.
Juan, do you want to finish out this segment of the show?
Yes, she discovered Rocky Mountain oysters, which essentially is bull testicles cooked, and you eat them. But my people call them tacos de huevos.
Well, anyway, I have a 13-minute video to kind of go over what this lady discovered. So you guys let me know what you think this is, this cowboy caviar.
How good this stuff is. I literally, bury me in a pile of cowboy caviar.
It's a rejuvenating.
I queued up the
Fish
wrong
eggs?
video. I queued up the wrong video, but it is corn and beans and
Wait.
cucumbers
Corn and beans and what else?
and tomatoes and onions and looks like cucumbers and avocado kind of all stirred together.
It sounds like a fucking whitewashed fucking pico de gallo.
Yeah.
Who the fuck puts corn in pico de gallo?
Well, obviously this cowboy loving lady over here.
Like I pico de gallo is tomato, onion. Depending on the person, you may add some
Mexican street corn salad.
Did she say Mexicans? Is she white and she's calling us out?
Well, here's another one. She has Mexican street corn salad.
It is the perfect summer side, and it's so delicious. Let me show you how to make it.
Summer side, we eat it every
Rinse your
fucking
corn and
night,
add it to a
bitch.
bowl. Lime juice. Add in your spices. And don't worry, all of this will be up on the blog. Mayonnaise, cilantro, a little sprinkle of cheese, and then we'll save the rest for later.
Wait a minute.
Top it with the rest of that.
Yeah.
That's what my people call esquites. That's street corn. That esquites? That.
Yeah.
Please tell me she's at least using the right cheese.
It looks like Parmesan cheese, but
okay.
She put mayo. I don't know. The point is, Juan, is that so the internet is upset about two things.
Is she using the fake butter? The one that comes in a bottle?
No. It's just mayo, man. That's white people's butter. No, the thing that the Hispanic community or the Mexican community is upset about is that they feel like these people are bringing these things out as if they are their own ideas.
That one lady actually said Mexican, but I couldn't understand what she said.
No, she called it Mexican street corn salad or something like that.
No, she's giving us some credit. Like she's not saying, Jane from Orange County came up with this street corn, and the reason I called it street corn was because I was walking down Anaheim Boulevard and I discovered the idea of having corn on the street. She's saying, hey, my brown fellows, the Mexicans, came up with it by calling it Mexican street corn.
No, I think what she's saying is, hey, white people, we can make this shit too. We don't have to go down to the little Mexico and buy this shit. We can just make
First of all, we're not cool enough to have little Mexico.
We can say state.
We don't have a little Mexico. There's little Armenia. There's little China. There's no little Mexico. Fuck you. We're lucky we get Olvera Street.
His point is that they can stay safe in their cul-de-sacs and make these exotic dishes from home.
First off, they're not exotic. They're just everyday.
They're
fucking poor
not
people
exotic to you, but to those white ladies, they're pretty exotic.
Like, oh my God, guys, let me just tell you about the flavor that I put inside.
Next thing you're gonna know is these fucking people are gonna be claiming menudo as their own exotic fucking tripe soup.
Well, they might, but and that's part of the problem is that the Mexican community feels as if their foods, their staples are being appropriated. And they aren't being given the just due that they feel that they deserve. No, right?
Here's the thing, dude. I don't feel like that. Fuck them. I don't care if they make the recipes. The fact of the matter is, even the Mexican culture, how many of that shit is not even genuine to the Mexican culture? You go to any other Hispanic country, and they may have the same fucking dish, just called something else. The fact of the matter is you cannot own food. I think the creator of the sriracha sauce said it best. If you guys don't know this, he doesn't have a trademark on sriracha because he doesn't feel that one sole person should own fucking food.
Also, that shit's expensive, but he does have the best recipe.
And by the way, did you guys know that sriracha's having a shortage this year because of COVID? Fuck you, COVID.
Well, I mean, it's the same with like Elvis and black music, taking black music.
Yeah, it's the same deal. And you know what, Juan? I mean, no matter what you say, no matter how much credit, because I don't think Elvis gave any credit. Like I think kind of went up there and just did his thing. But I mean, listen, because what's going to happen, Juan, in 6 months is going to be like, guys, this street corn salad is taking the world by storm. And it's just like. Meanwhile, many Hispanic kids out there, myself included, I'm just going, I've seen this around forever. Like, this isn't new. I grew up in LA where, like, you could just go almost at any time of the day and get fucking a bowl of corn, or there's a guy that fucking rides down your street and is selling corn, or all kinds of other shit.
What happens when they start monetizing that and then opening up their own restaurants, and then all these little small restaurants?
That's what gentrified is. Gentrification. But the fact of the matter is we don't own the fucking recipe. If I had a specific fucking recipe to cowboy caviar or fucking agua fresca, I would be like, fuck you, you can't use that. Pay me a royalty fee. But other than that, if you're doing your own twist to it, more power to you.
Well, I think what I think the Mexicans should do is take mac and cheese from them.
Take it back.
Yeah, take mac and cheese and coleslaw.
Coleslaw.
And claim it as their own.
Yeah, take hamburgers and hot dogs. I think honestly, I think they already took hot dogs. If I'm being honest, they got to figure this hamburger. Well, they do have. What is it? A torta, Juan? Is that what a hamburger would be in the?
Fuck you! Don't you dare compare a fucking torta to a hamburger.
It's fucking bread and meat.
No. Compare a torta to at least a fucking sandwich. A fucking gourmet sandwich.
What do you think?
Are you saying?
What do you think a hamburger is? It's a sandwich.
Yeah, do you not think a hamburger is a sandwich?
No, I never really understood that. I always thought a hamburger was a hamburger, and everybody that called it a hamburger sandwich, I thought it was stupid.
Do you think a hot dog is a sandwich?
No.
Why not? It's meat in between two breads.
No.
You know what? I want to know what the world thinks. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Is the hot dog a sandwich?
Hamburger and hot dogs, that's like a staple of American barbecues. They're not American.
Well, Juan, that's the point. We just talked, 4 episodes ago, 5 episodes ago, about there being staple foods for different holidays. It was Juneteenth in specific. And then, we were talking about, you said there aren't foods that are staples in America, and right, for different holidays. Hamburger, hot dog, that is a staple American food for 4th of July, Memorial Day. Anytime you break out the fucking grill for no other reason than because freedom.
Yeah, anytime there's like a flag involved, there's hot dogs and hamburgers, like an American flag.
And you just said that's not American. Now the problem is, Juan, 10 years from now, they're going to be 4th of July is going to involve hamburgers, hot dog, fucking street corn salad, and that's going to be a staple, an American staple, with zero historic links back to where it came from.
How does that make you feel?
I don't care, because I could still go to Mexico or Olvera Street and have the authentic, better tasting one.
Well,
or I could just go to Baja Fresh and get a cup of pico de gallo.
Yeah, but
and I'd have to call it fucking cowboy caviar.
I mean, where the hell is your pride for your culture and shit?
Dude.
They're taking it.
If you think my culture is only food, then fuck, my culture has so much more to do. My culture is more than just food. Culture is just a speck of what defines my ancestry. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. When it comes to like the Mexican culture in particular, everything is not fully authentic. It's somewhat bastardized from the people that colonized us.
Yes, but I think you're missing the bigger point here, is that there are generations of enslaved people who bonded over food. There are foods that exist only because that is what linked your cultures together.
And more power to you. More power to them.
You're gonna let some country take that away from you. You're gonna take that historic root.
It's pick and choose your own fucking battles. The fact of the matter is, if I'm gonna get my fucking underwear in a bunch over food, then my life is probably pretty fucking good if I can go up in arms about fucking food. The fact of the matter is, my kids will grow up. They'll know how good some food is, but they're not going to care about the history. They're not going to care that the fucking mighty Aztec warriors climbed up the fucking pyramid and had tortillas after sacrificing a virgin. No, they don't fucking care.
Why wouldn't they? That sounds like a fantastic fucking story, dude.
Yeah. Here's the thing. here's the thing. There's so much other things that fucking they could be proud of. If we're going to be upset that another culture is taking fucking a food recipe from us.
No. I guess I apologize if you believe I think you're upset. I'm saying that they're stripping your history, your cultural history out of it.
But no,
right?
that's just a speck. And the fact of the matter is, it's not solely us. The thing is, like pupusas, it's a perfect thing. That's known as a Salvadorian thing. But you go to Mexico and have a gordita. Depending on where you have a gordita at, it's essentially a fucking pupusa. Or you go to one place, you have menudo. You go to the other place, you have pancita. The fact of the matter is, it's the same exact recipe, just called different.
Yeah.
So who's going to claim it first?
But they're all, you're going to a Central American country for that food where these white ladies are just making it in like, what? Calabasas, like.
Yeah.
So what?
Hey guys, I'm making this closed quesadilla with beans inside. I'm using this dough and I'm frying it up here, and it's so delicious. I mixed up some vegetables.
My point is, there are bigger fish to fry. Am I really going to get upset because they took a fucking quesadilla that we discovered by accident? Like, perfect example, fucking burritos. That's not a Mexican thing. You go to fucking Mexico, like deep down inside Mexico, and ask for a burrito, and they'll go, what the fuck? But a lot of people think it's a true Mexican thing. It's a Tex-Mex thing. Tacos, that's an us thing. But I don't care. I honestly don't care. Now, if they try to take like the history of the Mexican culture and saying that the people wandered until they found a fucking eagle devouring a snake on top of a fucking cactus in the middle of a lake, and they built a city of the promised land there, then yeah, I may get a little bit offensive. But when it comes to food, I don't care. Especially with that one lady that you shared the audio with, where she says, she kind of gives a quote, a reference to the Mexican culture. I'm fine with that. I don't care.
Do you think more people would be up in arms if this lady was making like soul food, like she made chitlins or like collard greens?
Absolutely.
Why is that? Why are people more up in arms over that?
Yeah.
And not
Why? I mean, I think it's a valid question, Juan.
I think that
because I was just thinking, I was literally thinking what Jay just said right now in my head, like which is that.
Why would you be more upset?
I'm trying to word it in a way that it is not inappropriate.
What is it? What do you mean? You think because the black community?
No. It's not about the black community. It could be anything else. It could be even with the Mexican culture. I think even some people will strongly disagree with my shit, and it's because some people are more hypersensitive than others. The fact of the matter is,
I think Juan.
Let me put it this way: would you be more upset with somebody taking collard green and chitlins away, or would you be more upset about people taking your other more important history away from you?
Like,
do you understand how important the food, like soul food, is for the black community? Yeah. Because
it's a binding thing. Like I don't know if you know this about me, Juan, but like, we used to have Sunday dinner, and my grandma would cook this entire course. And part of that was a bonding experience over collard greens and chitlins and fried chicken and ham hocks and okra, like this entire spread. It's food binds not just the black community, but many cultures.
I could say the exact same thing with the Hispanic culture, like Christmas, tamales. But again, I don't care. I honestly don't care.
But
if somebody decides to take tamales and say it's a wrapped Christmas bundle, I don't care. I think I have bigger issues in the world than to be upset about food. Now, deep down inside, I will be like, hey, that was originally a fucking Mexican thing. So, I don't care.
So say you scroll through TikTok and you see this white woman and she's talking about this recipe for chitlins. And she describes chitlins as this I don't know,
boiled pigskin soup.
And it's like a summertime treat, and it's something that you can enjoy in the back of your patio, and she made it seem like it was like this.
Here's the thing: if she made it sound delicious, I would go, I think I want to try that recipe. And here's the thing: Sean knows this. I played it off for the podcast about my outrage about agua fresca and shit like that. But when we talked about it earlier, Sean, did I care that lady was making agua fresca? I think I was more upset that they confused the fact of agua fresca and fucking spa water, because I've always pictured spa water as a healthier option. And I've always pictured agua fresca as a diabetes-inducing fucking water.
Yeah, but you're dodging my question. Do you think people wouldn't be up in arms over that video? You don't think that would look?
I think some people would, but
you think some people would. You think some people would?
I personally would not. I personally would not be. I personally would not be upset about fucking people taking esquites and calling it street corn. And I think I told this to Sean. It would be a fucking poor marketing plan, calling it street corn. But here's the thing, like Werner Schnitzel's had the street dogs, and that was a popular one because people knew what a street dog was, but nobody ever called esquites street corn. They just were trying to capitalize on the fact of fucking corn and somebody selling it on the street off of a shopping cart that they converted into a hot cart.
Well, the thing is, Juan, I think for me in specific, I think that there's only two scenarios where that's okay. So the scenario A, where it is another culture trying to explore and expand their lexicon of taste, right? To go, maybe they don't know the full history of what the food has come from, but they're just trying to go, I'm not going to stick to whatever it is only my culture makes, right? Like, let's say Hispanic culture eating tacos only or whatever the case may be.
Like when you see Anthony Bourdain go to another country and he experiences their food made by them. It's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah. That and the only other okay scenario, and this is really, really hard to prove because I think this is the other thing, which is that and I think you said this earlier, it's called spontaneous creation, right? Where two people invent the same thing, call them something different, and then, one of them is called the wheel, the other one is called the car go-arounder or whatever the fuck. And you go, hey, I had the same idea, but this one's called the wheel, and it's been around, 10 more years. But since before your car go, only because they have zero exposure to it, right? Like, that is the only other okay scenario, but even then, that one's hard to fucking prove. Like, there's no way to know that it wasn't a spy came over to my village, was like, oh, that guy has a wheel, I'm going to call it something else, and then pretend I didn't know that it existed. You know what I mean? So, like, those are the only two, like, true ignorance of it is the only other okay scenario, but that one's really, really hard to prove. In my way.
I honestly don't think that these ladies made these videos to, appropriate any culture. I think they just made it because they discovered that they can make some kind of like exotic food, and they wanted to.
This has flavor.
Yeah, they wanted to showcase it, but I believe the way they presented it didn't seem right.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: out of all the issues that are out there,
Juan, yes, yeah. To your point, this is not going to solve anything. I get what you're saying, but I think. If I'm being honest, I feel like you are blowing past the larger point of that. Like, culture is important to a lot of people, and food is buried deep within that. And it is sometimes the connective tissue to many things.
And here's the thing. People can be fans of the food and make their own version of it. and maybe
I think I just said that.
and maybe improve on it. But should we be upset because they took our food and made their own version of it? No.
You know, I don't know the exact saying, but if you don't stand for anything, you stand for nothing, right?
I'm not saying I don't stand for anything, but I feel like I have bigger fish to fry, and
there are absolutely a lot of bigger fishes to fry.
Yeah.
But
here's the thing: isn't imitation the sincerest form of flattery?
Let him finish.
But these little things add up to something bigger in the end. You know, like
Yeah, man.
they're taking little bits of your history, and over time that adds
Sure.
up to where your history is gone, and this doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, where you're just a staple at a barbecue with zero history. You're just supposed to be there as that culture's staple, right? This Dutch or German thing that the hamburger and hot dog
Hamburgers are from Germany, from a town called Hamburg. I've told you this.
Okay, yes, you have. But that's my point, Juan. Anyway, gentlemen, we can continue the fight. But this fight will continue.
We always get heated over food.
I know.
I say
It
we go
binds us.
have some tacos sprinkled with cowboy caviar.
Tacos and beer after this, because I fuck this noise.
My people call it cerveza, but
Oh,
Fuck you.
I don't get you. You stand up
no.
for your people
Yeah.
at different times.
I am not standing up for my people. I'm just saying.
You just.
I just said my
anyway,
people call
listen,
it cerveza. I'm not saying Corona
can
is the only
continue
fucking
this-
beer I drink because I'm Mexican. That's stupid.
We can continue this battle, Juan, in the place that you are still losing, the gauntlet. It's been a couple weeks since we've. I feel like we've been 3 or 4 weeks without a gauntlet, Juan.
It has
And,
been 3
I was-
weeks.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Fucking
And the
review
thing
shoes
is,
fuck
Juan,
us up, man.
Yeah, and the thing is, Juan, I just like to revel in the fact for a second here that you, sir, you only have 4 fucking points.
Yeah, here's the thing. You like rubbing my nose in the fact that I'm losing, but I've only won one fucking gauntlet. The second gauntlet, fucking Jayco won it, and this is our third gauntlet. So it's bound to be you that wins it. So fuck you. Go.
No. We don't know that yet because Jay has 13 motherfucking points, and it's all your goddamn fault.
And how many points do
That's
you
all
have?
your goddamn
Wait. How is it my fucking fault?
I have Debbie does Dallas. That's how it's your fucking fault. But Jay
Thank
has
you,
13, and I have 14.
No,
points.
but here's the thing. You also said you were going to play it safe like fucking 6 episodes ago when you were in the lead, but you still keep on going for the 3-pointers. So fuck you. It's all your fault.
I
go
know.
for the 3-pointers too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes for the 3-pointers, but he said, I would rather have 1 point than no point.
Well,
Did you not say that,
the thing is-
motherfucker?
I did, and I think 3 seconds for me, someone who is
Just
immersed in a lot of
shut
different
the fuck
medias.
up and play the fucking thing. Jay goes first.
Why do I go first?
Because you shouldn't try to appropriate his culture.
Because tacos, that's why.
Tacos and beers.
I think there's a restaurant called Papas and Beers or something like that. Tacos and beers. That's cultural appropriation.
Well, okay.
Shut up, Chiz.
Well,
Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
Curly.
oh my God, the razor sharp wit's back.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Sean, and just do the gauntlet already.
Razor
It's
sharp.
past my
over
bedtime.
here.
I have to go to
The
work
Wolverine. The Wolverine is out. All right.
Snicked, motherfucker.
Alrighty, Jay, it's on you since Juan has willed it so. Now here we have 8 through 59 left, with some gaps in between that. So, whatever you choose in between 8 and 59, sir.
59.
8.
All right. 1 second, 3 second, or 5 seconds.
I'll do 3 seconds.
All right, 3 seconds. Playing it safe. I hear you. All right, ready? Juan, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, 3 seconds coming in right now. Would you like to listen to it again or 5 seconds?
No. I think that's the Terminator.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, it's either Terminator 1 or Terminator 2.
I'm
gonna go Terminator 2.
Ooh, I don't think it's Terminator 2. I don't.
No,
think
no.
I did think.
I changed my answer. It's Total Recall.
Oh,
It's Total Recall.
Okay. All right, Juan, do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Do you agree? Do you agree because you're cheating right now?
No.
I feel like you're. I need to see your hands, man. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. All righty. I'm going to disagree and say that I think it's Terminator. Why? Because if I get lucky, I get some points, and I don't lose anything. Oh, cheat metal.
Except your dignity and your food.
All right, and the answer is Wonder Woman. The answer is Wonder Woman. And you know what? It is. It is. And you know what? I feel like, here's the thing: if we play the 5 second one, we're gonna get the memorable part that comes literally right after it.
Okay.
That would have given if I would. I would have given it away.
I'm not gonna lie, even with the 5 second one, I wouldn't know what it was.
I would have gotten it.
Yeah, I would have gotten it because it was.
That's what she said.
I would have even been confused because Thor Ragnarok and I think Wonder Woman used like the same version of this song. But anyway, God damn it. Well, Jay, I'm relieved. I'm relieved. Juan, you want to go next?
No, you go because you're winning, bitch.
Why you gotta call me a bitch in front of everybody, man?
Yeah, Jizz.
Can you shut the fuck up with that nickname?
You're the one that earned it, Jizz.
Ah.
I think you just jizzed.
I'm gonna find an acronym for Jizz. Jizz the robot.
Jizz the robot.
It's gonna start with Juan.
Oh man.
Juan intelligence.
Well, Juan, since you normally pick for me, and that's usually have the most success, Juan, what number am I using? You got between oh, did I move 9? Oh no, you have between 10 and 59.
I would like to say 10. I would like to say 10. 10. Fuck you, 10.
All right. Well, I will do 10 for 3 seconds. Jay, you ready? Juan, you ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
All right. Here we go. 3 seconds. 10.
Google.
Oh my God. My God. I feel like I know this. I feel like I know this. But I'm going to go to 5 seconds because 1 point is 1 point. Here we are. 5 seconds.
You fucking piece of shit! Oh my God! No! The Bodyguard! Fuck you! Fuck you, Kevin Costner, Whitney Houston! Fuck you! I got it! Fuck you!
Well, you should have went next, stupid.
Oh my God!
Fuck
Oh my
you.
God! Well, Juan, I'm gonna go ahead and say this movie is The Bodyguard. Do you agree or disagree?
Hold on, I think I'm having a heart attack.
I agree, Sean.
It was just gas.
Jay?
I agree.
Oh man. And that is correct. The answer is The Bodyguard.
No shit, Sherlock. No shit. Come on, motherfucker.
This is awesome. I earned my points back today. I feel good now. That means I'm at 16 points. It's beautiful. Now, Juan, it's your turn.
I would like to pick 10, and I say it's The Bodyguard. In 1 second.
Okay. One intelligence. One intelligence.
What are the numbers again?
It is.
Let's do 33.
11 to 59, but you chose 33, and we have actually not used 33, so here we go. 3 seconds, 5 seconds, or 1 second.
Let's do 3 seconds, just in case I fuck it up. I can switch it to 5. So go.
All right, here we go. 3 seconds, number 33. Oh my God. Oh my God. Juan.
Mannequin. I disagree.
I disagree. I fucking disagree.
I disagree too, and I agree with you.
No. Well, Juan, who goes first? Look, Jay and I are both going to get points from this. That's
Sean, you go first because I want to make sure Jay loses because he looks like a dick.
Well, I disagree with you, Juan, and I believe this is Beverly Hills Cop.
I agree. I agree, Sean. That's Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, and we have to play. We have to play the 5 seconds because
I wouldn't have gotten it. I've never seen it.
You have to recognize.
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
Come on.
Okay,
you
play it, and I'll tell you I won't.
Dude. Come on, dude.
That is.
I recognize the song. I just don't know it was from Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh my God.
That's with Eddie Murphy, right?
That is with Eddie Murphy. Yeah, it's fun. Beverly Hills Cop is great, man. All right. And now keep me honest here. Keep me honest here.
That is another pity point for you. So you're at 17.
Yeah, well, Jay gets a pity point too.
No, you won. You went first, so Jay doesn't get the pity part. Only one person gets the pity point.
What? Why?
Why?
Because he said it first. Fuck you. Why would you get a pity point?
Because I agreed with him.
No. You either agree or disagree with me.
I disagree.
You know what? You know what? Give it the fucking pity point. It doesn't matter. He's still losing. Fuck you.
I'm at 14.
And he's at 17 now.
Okay.
And Juan, hey.
And I'm at 4. Fuck you. I don't care.
Hey, it's a Juan intelligence.
I am going to go to celebrate after this with tacos from the street, from the taco place down the streit.
Well, good.
Okay, then.
Good for you, Jizz.
Well, Juan.
Shut the fuck up, Curly Q.
Well, this guy, Snick. His claws are out, everybody.
Motherfucker.
That brings this round of Gauntlet to the close.
I don't get the Snick,
okay.
motherfucker.
Wolverine claws.
Okay.
All right. Well, that brings this round of the Gauntlet to a close. I ended with 17 points, Jay with 14, and Juan with 4 points. Juan, that also means that it's time. It's time.
No.
It's time, man.
No.
Your 1 minute of.
Before I begin my minute of wances, I would like to say a special shout out to J. Cole. Fuck you, J. Cole! And another special shout out to Sean Catley. Fuck you, Sean Catley. You guys are both dicks. Jizz and Jism. That's what I call you guys. Jizz and Jism. Fuck, I sounded like Trump. Anyways, I really didn't have a topic for this, but I am upset about the fact that the circus... Barnumly, fuck you. You cut it off early. Fuck you. That was not a minute. That was not a minute.
These Juan rants are getting worse and worse.
Yeah, they are. But
they're honestly talking about some deep-seated issues about your fucking love of the circus, and I think you need to go to therapy.
No. But you guys know the circus is coming back.
Nobody gives a shit, Jizz.
One intelligence visit.
Fuck you, Curly Q. Fuck you.
One intelligence. Man.
He became sentient from a bolt of lightning.
What is that from?
That's
from Short Circuit.
I do like Short Circuit.
Juani 5. He's alive.
Hey, did I tell you I bought an Alf?
Need input. Juani 5.
Juani 5 is alive.
It's alive. Did I tell you I bought an Alf?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Oh, well, there wasn't any more to that story?
No, I just wanted to brag that I have an Alf.
Oh, wow. Bragging.
No. When you were kids, didn't you guys get the Alf toys for the kids' meals from Burger King?
No.
Juan, you were the richest one of us. Yeah. You lived in Mexico. You had two houses.
Okay, you make it seem like living in Mexico was a fucking day trip, motherfucker. I got bullied for being whitewashed. Fuck you.
Yeah, and you drank spa water and shit.
Dead air, bitches.
Well, we thought you were going to defend yourself.
No.
Anyway,
I've given up on you people.
Well, Juan, it sounds like you people are. Yeah, you've given up on your culture, Juan.
No, I didn't give up on my culture. I just don't care about people stealing food ideas. Fuck.
Sure. Okay. That's where it starts, man. It starts.
Now, if I hear of a white person stealing the Quetzalcoatl, then maybe.
Yeah, everybody just make up words. Sure.
Juan,
but it sounds like it sounds like you are done, Juan. Are you done?
Maybe.
Did you jizz your
Let
pants?
me think about it.
Juan intelligence. It's
yes.
Juan 5
is
alive.
Nobody likes you, Sean. Fuck you, Jay. Fuck you, Sean. Yes, I'm done. And both of you guys were adopted.
Well,
probably from.
All right. Well, I can cut this annoying part out. That's great to hear, Juan. I'm glad that you are done. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Please go to the link in the show notes and tell us, does Google know everything about you? And thing number 2, I mean, if you can't tell if the thing is a robot, does it matter if it's a human or not? Like, what do you I want to know. Tell us. And Juan, you can tell them where they can.
Oh, and also, do you care about your food?
Yeah. Do you care? You care about your food? Do you want people stealing your food? Yes. Now, Juan, tell them where they can tell us.
Listen, guys, just like us and subscribe on whatever you get your podcast from, iTunes, Anchor. We're on social media. We are on Instagram, Twitter. Just find us at INCYCSHOW. Also, you can email some of your suggestions at INCYCSHOW@gmail.com, or you can leave us a voicemail and the link in the show notes at www.anchor.fm/INC. Well, you guys fucking know the link. I'm not going to tell you guys. Also, we have merch. We have a great partnership with LindaMyra.com. And fuck it, if you don't want to buy the shirt that Julio doesn't want to buy, just buy some of their other cool merchandise. In fact, I got a bookmark from them that I love. In fact, you might wonder who the fuck still uses a bookmark. I do, motherfuckers. I do. Good night.
And just so you know, that bookmark is keeping that one place in his book cozy.
It's keeping the page after the cover safe.
Yeah.
Well,
he knows where the table of contents is.
Sean, when was the last time you read a fucking book without listening to it, bitch? So fuck you.
Well, never, because I still listen to the words I read inside my head. Anyway.
That's called schizophrenia.
Okay, everybody. Well, have a good night. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
Good night, everybody.
Fuck you, Sean. Fuck you, Jay.
Say good night, Jizz. Get out, Juice.
185.
Fuck you, Sean.
Man, my SD card died right on time. Right on fucking time. Well, it means that I was recording I record a backup audio on the Roadcaster, and I also record on here in case like something happens to two of the recordings. And now no. I was, but it cost like $600, $700, man. And the fact of the matter is that this one works fine for what I needed to do, which is what it's doing now.